Hello everyone, in this video we are going to discuss 10.3 third exercise of mensuration. If you didn't watch the previous exercises, the link is in the description, watch it. Okay, the first question is, an iron pillar consists of a cylindrical portion of 2.8 meters height and 20 centimeters in diameter. So we have a cylindrical portion of 2.8 meters height. The height of the cylinder is given as 2.8 meters and 20 centimeters in diameter. Observe this carefully. Height is given as meters, whereas height is given as meters, whereas diameter is given in centimeters. So once again I'll confirm. Let me check once. Okay, different units only given in the textbook also. I thought I wrote actually mistake, so that's why I confirmed it. Okay, no problem. Now here measurements are of different. One measurement is in meters and one measurement is in centimeter. Okay, next. Here diameter is 20 centimeters. Diameter of a cylinder is 20, means obviously radius will be half of the 20, that is 10 centimeters. And a cone of 42 centimeter height surmounting it. So it means on the top of the cylinder we have one conical shape. That conical shape height is given as 42 centimeter. This height is given as 42 centimeters. Then find the weight of the pillar if 1 centimeter cube of iron weighs 7.5 grams. So to find out the weight, first we need to find the volume. Volume of pillar is equals to, this total pillar consists of two figures, so volume of pillar is equals to volume of lower part is cylinder plus volume of upper part is cone. Okay, now let us write the formulas for that. Volume of a cylinder is nothing but pi r square h, pi r square h, plus volume of cone is nothing but 1 by 3 pi r square h, 1 by 3 pi r square h. Okay, here pi value we know 22 by 7 into radius of the cylinder is 10. Here radius square is there, so 10 into 10 into height of the cylinder is 2.8 meters. Observe clearly. Here height is 2.8 meters, whereas remaining all the measurements are in centimeters. So 2.8 meters we need to convert to centimeters. 2.8 simply multiply with 100. So we will get 280 centimeters. So height of the cylinder is 280 centimeters plus 1 by 3 into pi value 22 by 7 into radius square. Here cone, cylinder both are having the same radius 10. So 10 into 10, 100 into height of the cone is given as 42. 7 ones are 7 40s are, because 7 4s are 28 and 0 as usual. Now 22 into 1 into 1 into 4. 22 4s are 88. 1 2 3 zeros. 1 2 3 plus 7 ones are 7 6 are. So 22 into 6. 132 into 100. 13200 divided by 3. So now simply here multiplying 88,000 into 3. This is 3 into 88,000. 300, 300, 300, 3 8 is 24, 4 2 carry, 3 8 is 24, 26 plus 13,200 whole divided by 3. So that is 2,77,200 whole divided by 3. Here we are finding volume and all the measurements are in centimeters. So this will become centimeter cube. If you find out the final value of it, 277,200 divided by 3, that is nothing but 92,400. I use one rough paper, otherwise an extra paper. 92,400. 92,400, and all the measurements are in centimeter. We are finding volume, so that's why it is centimeter cube. So the volume of the total pillar is 92,400 centimeter cube. Then he gave 1 centimeter cube consists of 7.5 grams. Then what about the total weight? Simply multiply this with 7.5. So 92,400 into 7.5. We will get total weight of the pillar. That is nothing but 6,93,000 grams, because he gave it is as 7.5 grams only, so that's why here also we will get it as grams only. If you want to convert this to kgs, then 693,000 divide it by 1000. Here 3 zeros, here 3 zeros will get cancelled, so we remains with 693 kgs. So the weight of the total iron pillar is 693 kgs. Okay, let's move to second question. The question is, a toy is made in the form of a hemisphere surmounted by a right cone. So one hemisphere is there, upon that one cone. Upon this one cone. Sorry, okay. Now is joined with the plane surface of the hemisphere. The radius of the base of the cone is 7 centimeters. So here the base of the cone is, radius is 7 centimeters. The radius of the cone is exactly equal to the radius of the hemisphere, that is 7 centimeters. And its volume is 3/2 of the hemisphere. Volume of cone is equals to 3/2 of the volume of the hemisphere. 3/2 times volume of hemisphere. Here he clearly mentioning the radius of the base of the cone is 7 centimeter and its means cone. So cone volume is 3/2 of the hemisphere volume. Cone volume is equals to 3/2 of the hemisphere volume. Okay, let us write the formulas then. Volume of cone 1/3 pi r square h is equals to 3/2 into volume of hemisphere 2/3 pi r cube. Okay, now left side we have sum and right side we have sum. Let us check we have all the measurements or not. 1/3 means no problem. Pi value 22/7 and radius is given as 7. Then height of the cone is not given, so he's asking to calculate the height of the cone only. So we need to find out. Equals to 3/2 is there, 2/3 is there, pi value is there, radius is given. Okay, now here 3 cancel, 2 cancel, left side pi, right side pi cancel. Then we will get 1/3 into r square h is equals to, here r cube is there, so that r cube I will write it as r square into r. So left side r square, right side r square, both will get cancelled. So we remains with 1/3 h is equals to 3 times radius. And we want height of the cone, so that's why I will take this 3. Oh sorry, here only r, right, not here. Okay, I will take these 3 to the right side. So we will get height of the cone is equals to this 3 is here division. If we take another side, it will become multiplication. So 3r. Height of the cone is equals to 3 into r. Radius is same for the cone as well as hemisphere, that is 7. So h is equals to 3 into 7, 21. Height of the cone is 21, and here the radius is centimeters, so this height also will be 21 centimeters only. So height of the cone is 21 centimeters. Then and find the surface area of the toy. So we need to find the surface area of the toy also. So here cone bottom is not visible, hemisphere upper part is not visible because those two are attached with each other. So we need to find out the curved surface area only again. So curved surface area of cone plus curved surface area of hemisphere. Curved surface area of cone formula pi rl plus curved surface area of hemisphere 2 pi r square. Let us check whether we have all the measurements or not. Pi value 22/7, radius is 7. L slant height is not there, we need to find out. 2 value we know, pi value we know, radius we know. So only L is missing, thus that slant height we need to find out. If you observe here clearly, this is a right angle triangle we have here, and here height is 21 and radius is 7. So we need to find out this hypotenuse. That hypotenuse is the same as slant height. So hypotenuse square is equals to first side square plus second side square, 21 square. That is 441 plus 7 square is nothing but 49. So 441 plus 441 plus 49 is equals to 490. Hypotenuse square is 490. Then what about hypotenuse under root 490? Here under root 490 is not a perfect square, so simply we will keep it like that only, root 490. Otherwise we got the slant height as root 490, right? So root 490 can be written as under root 49 into 10, which is equals to under root 49 into root 10. Root 49 is nothing but 7. So 7 times root 10. So slant height is 7 times root 10. Okay, now he is asking about the surface area. So surface area is nothing but curved surface area of a cone. Let us substitute the values. Pi value 22/7 into radius is 7 into slant height is 7 root 10 plus 2 as it is into pi value 22/7 into radius is 7 into 7. Here 7 cancel, here 7 cancel. So 22 into 7 154 times root 10 plus 22 into 7 154 2s are 308. If I will take 154 common, here root 10 as it is, plus in 154 table where we will get 308, 2s are. So the final answer is 154 into 2 plus root 10, and all the measurements are in centimeters, so that's why this we are finding area, so this will become centimeter square. So the area of the toy is 154 into 2 plus root 10. Centimeter squares. Okay, let's move to next question. Find the volume of the largest right circular cone that can be cut out of a cube whose edge is 7 centimeters. So we have a cube whose side is given as 7 centimeters. Because all the sides of a cube are equal to each other, so every side is 7 centimeters only. Then now we need to cut a cone from this cube. It should be of maximum radius as well as maximum height. So if I draw from one corner to here and from here to another corner, only this is the maximum size of the cone which we can cut from the cube. So now he is asking to find that cone volume. So if you observe clearly here, from here to here, that will become the diameter of the cone. The diameter of the cone is exactly equals to the side of the cube. So diameter is equals to 7. Then radius will be half of the 7. Next, this will become the height of the cone, that is nothing but exactly the side, so that is 7 centimeter. So height is 7 centimeters. Now we have height as well as radius, so we need to find out the volume of cone now. So volume of the cone formula is 1 by 3 pi r square h equals to 1 by 3 into pi value 22 by 7 into radius is 7 by 2. So 7 by 2 into 7 by 2 into height is 7. Here 7 cancel. Here 2 ones are 2 11s are. So 11 into 7 into 7, 11 into 7 into 7 whole divided by 3 into 2. Now cancellation is not possible, so that's why I will do direct multiplication and division. 7 into 7 49, 49 into 11, that is 539 divided by 3 into 2 6. So 539 divided by 6 is equals to 89.83. We are finding volume and all the measurements are in centimeters. So this will become centimeter cube. So the volume of the largest cone which we can cut from the cube whose edge is 7 centimeters is 89.83 centimeter cube. Next question number 4 is a cylindrical mug of radius 5 centimeter and height 9.8 centimeter is full of water. So we have a cylinder. Radius is 5 centimeter and height is 9.8 centimeters. It is full of water. So that cylindrical mug or tub contains full of water. Then a solid is in the form of right circular cone mounted on hemisphere. We have one hemisphere. Upon that hemisphere, one conical shape is there. Is immersed into the mug. Now I am going to take this and I am going to dip it into this water tub. Already we have full water in this container or tub which is cylindrical in shape. Now I am going to dip that hemisphere into this. So whenever we are dipping this hemispherical and conical shape into this water which is full of water, definitely some water will flow outside. Then, and the radius of the hemisphere is 3.5 centimeter. This hemisphere radius, which is exactly equals to the cone radius, is given as 3.5 and height of the conical part is 5 centimeter. This cone height is given as 5 centimeters. First we have a cylinder which is completely filled with water. Then we have one object where a hemisphere upon that conical part is there. We are bringing that object and we are dipping it into this cylinder. So this cylinder is already full of water. When we are dipping another object into it, or definitely some water will flow out of the tub. Then how much water is going out of the tub? Water flown outside is exactly equals to the volume of object which were dipped. if we need to find out how much water is coming outside of that cylinder, it exactly depends on the volume of the object which we are keeping or immersing or dipping into it. So it means this volume of the water which is coming outside is exactly equals to the volume of these two objects. Okay, next. Then find the volume of water left in that tub. After some wastage of water, he is asking to find the remaining water. Then how we will find out that remaining water? Water left is equals to total water minus water flown outside. First cylinder is completely filled. Now from that some water is flowing outside. So we want to find out the remaining water. So remaining water content or remaining water volume is equals to total water volume minus the water volume which was flown outside. So here we know total water volume is nothing but this total shape, that is cylinder. So we need to find out the volume of cylinder. Volume of cylinder minus the water which is flowing outside of it. Already we know volume of water flown outside is exactly equals to volume of the object which was dipping. So which object we are dipping? Then volume of cone hemisphere. Two figures are attached, right? That's why we are adding of it. Volume of cone plus hemisphere. So how much water is left in that container is equals to volume of the total cylinder minus volume of the dipped object. So cylinder volume, we know pi r square h minus volume of cone 1 by 3 pi r square h plus volume of the cylinder, hemisphere 2 by 3 pi r cube. 2 by 3 pi r cube. Cylinder volume is pi r square h minus cone volume plus hemisphere volume, because it is containing of two shapes, one is cone and one is hemisphere. So that's why we are adding both the volumes. So cone volume is 1 by 3 pi r square h and hemisphere volume is 2 by 3 pi r cube. Okay, let us confirm once whether we have all the measurements or not. Pi 22 by 7, radius of cylinder is 5 and height of the cylinder is 9.8. Okay, I'll substitute that first. 22 by 7 into radius is 5 into 5 into height is given as 9.8 minus here 1 by 3 into pi value 22 by 7 into radius of the cone. Let us check whether it is given or not. Yes, radius of the cone is given as 3.5. So here r square is there, so 3.5 into 3.5 into height of the cone. Height of the cone is given as 5, so 5 plus 2 by 3 into pi value 22 by 7 into r cube. Radius is given as 3.5. So 3.5 into 3.5 into 3.5. So if we find this calculation, we will get the answer. Okay, let us check now. 22 into 5 into 5 into 9.8. 5 5s are 25. So 25 into 22 is 550. That 550 into 9.8. That is 5390. 5390 divided by 7 minus. Here cancellation is not at all possible. So 22 into 3.5 into 3.5 into 5. That is 1347.5 divided by 3 7s are 21 plus here 2 into 22 into 3.5 into 3.5 into 3.5. that is 1886.5 divided by 3 sevens are 21. Now outside one I am writing as it is, that is 5390 by 7. 5390 by 7 minus, here both the denominators are same, so we can add the numerators. So 1347.5 plus 1886.5. 3234. 3234 divided by 21. Okay, here both the denominators are having different, so LCM if we take 7 and 21, LCM is 21. So in 7 table where will we get 21? 3s are, so multiply this with 3. 5390 into 3. 16,170 minus 3234. So which is equals to 16,170 minus 3234. 12,936 divided by 21. 616, and we are finding the volume of the water left in that, and all the measurements are in centimeters, so this will be is equals to centimeter cube. It is very simple, nothing is there in that to get fear or something. We have a full container which is in cylinder completely filled with water, and we are dipping something into that. So after dipping, definitely some water will flow out of that. So how much water is going out of it is exactly equal to the volume of the object which we are dipping inside of it or immersing into it. So he is asking to find how much water left in that. So total cylinder volume minus this object volume. Total cylinder volume minus the dipped object volume. So write the formulas, substitute every number and find the final answer. But we need to be very careful while doing the calculation part. Okay, let's move to next question.